Good afternoon.
They're calling me I got back. Eh?
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to All Talk United.
Old top.
I am the host today, Devin. The hat is back. Before I know I said that I would wear it until we lost. Well, you know what?
Nice.
After a win like that today, the hat is back.
Lost
Welcome,
nothing.
welcome, everybody.
Cat
Everybody.
in the hat.
Today, I have got the man, Greg B. I've got Courtney, Zahir, Mark.
Boom.
Gentlemen, how you feeling right now?
We feeling nice-ish.
Nice. We feeling
Nice.
nice. We feeling nice.
Nice.
I'll
We have
take it,
some we
but
have 700 reasons to feel nice.
It was only a matter
I
of
can toast to
time.
that. So cheers.
Yeah.
It was only a matter of time. Yes.
Yeah.
I have only one complaint about today.
It could have been more, shouldn't it?
No. I was just hoping we could have find a way for both Arsenal and Liverpool to lose.
Well,
No complaints there.
We're working on that.
yeah.
We're working on that.
Oh, you know, here's
Here's
another funny thing you guys can know about. Here's another funny fact. Just remember, Liverpool put 9 past Bournemouth, and Bournemouth are currently 2 places above them in the table.
yes,
Yeah,
boss.
done.
I saw that tweet.
Yeah, the Premier League's a funny table how that works, right?
Well, it's
But
not
as they say,
the best league in the world for nothing. And
Exactly.
one day anybody could win.
Exactly.
we know it, man. Just now Arsenal Ferry does go run out.
Yeah.
We know
Yeah.
about them.
I can't agree with you there, Mark. Though Arsenal,
Okay. Fair enough.
yes, they're riding a certain amount of luck, but what they're playing is very surprising because of the average age of this team. They're playing like a mature team.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, I'll give them that.
So, we've knocked Arteta for a couple seasons well because,
Rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
but now he looks like he has a group of players that believe in what he's putting out in the training field and come in and execute on the pitch. Yes, they get away today, but
If I-
Liverpool, let's be fair, Liverpool is not the team that they were last season.
Nope.
Would be very surprised if at the end of the season Klopp is still there, especially if they continue on the form that they've been on.
yeah, but the fact remains, Courtney, that if that subpar Liverpool team pretty much took them to the wire.
Yeah.
That says a lot. That says a lot.
I'm not
All
saying
I
no.
care about from today in that game is I decided to play a little bet today. Place a little bet on that game.
Did you win?
Oh, I won in the first half.
Okay.
So I played a bet to for the game to have over 2.5 goals overall. So
Okay.
you can imagine me from minute one, from 15 seconds. I was like, yeah, boy, like yeah, I got this. And then
Okay.
So can we start saying now? Is it time for us to admit that Liverpool sold the wrong winger?
I think they know.
We
I think they know. They're just too ashamed to admit it.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, they paid the wrong African. That's what I say.
Well,
I guess they
got
realize
blood
that
money.
by now.
That
yeah,
come like
remember,
money.
it's a commercial thing to it. Salah is while Mane may have been the engine, Salah is the man that they could put in front of and put on the poster and
Just the engine? Just the engine? Mane was the
So
glue.
your whole cargo on there, man.
Pretty much.
I not saying that. I not saying
You're gonna move like Flintstones after that. Your power and everything.
You understand?
I'm
That
not
whole
saying
cargo on there.
yeah, remember it comes
So
down
here,
to
smile a little bit now, man. Why you at come on, man.
Come
I've
on.
had too much fun here today. For
It's
you to be
commercial
looking
You
at-
value.
having 700 reasons to smile, dude. Come on.
Now it's time.
There we go. There we
Philip,
go.
and it's time to bring in right now. CJ, everything good?
CJ.
Hello.
CJ. Let me see your ID card, please, because men saying
ID card, please.
you're too young to be in a bar and all kind of thing.
Hello. I will not have all your hair. I
It's
will
not
not
my
have all
fault.
your hair. Leave
It's
my
not my
brethren alone,
fault.
please.
That's to me with jeans.
Listen, once your name have the word junior in it, you have a proof of ID.
Bruh.
Good afternoon to President Chad Phillip. Anthony, 3 goals in his first 3 games for United. And on that note, let's
Who
get into
that?
the match today.
3 goals for the three
Everton
goals for the
won.
1-trick horse.
Well, you know what? If it keeps working, you know what? Who are we to complain?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Exactly.
If a
First
man
player
one
in the
trick
club
is
history
scoring
to do that.
goals, if my man one trick is scoring goals, you're vexed with that one trick.
Yeah,
Exactly.
son.
Alright?
I call him man a 1-trick horse here. Something wrong with them, man.
No,
Let's face it.
oh go.
Let's be honest. I mean, we had to understand as well too. Certain men in other teams, same amount of price, and yet he surpassed what they've done in 2 seasons.
Come on.
I'm not gonna call him Grealish. God, that just go right in
On
there.
top of that,
Man,
Them,
on top of
that,
that,
man,
Yeah,
come on,
CJ,
hang
you have
on,
a
Jack,
fan in the
boy.
comments, bro.
yeah, your
You
song
have
real
a fan in the
English
comments,
deal.
okay?
yeah, Oshavana, I good. Men just vex them older than the country.
No. What I want to know is how come the first woman to jump in the chat defending CJ? This is a man who just claim he have no birds. I
Sorry.
don't understand the
Hey,
Defend that.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of loose today, but we loosen this man today.
Let's relax.
CJ, me ain't saying nothing, eh?
So
I have no words. Let's
I
move
see
on.
it, but me ain't saying nothing, eh, CJ? Man,
so
I
let's
have
get
no
into the
birds.
match right now. I mean,
Anyway,
You
moving on.
graduate to Swans. You go brave, brother. You go brave.
I say you have no birds.
Moving
There's
along.
not a bird.
Moving along. So,
So minute five into the game, Casemiro gives the ball away, results in an Alex Iwobi strike that I just thought was absolutely beautiful. I mean, I hate to say it because it was scored on us, but the way he hit that ball from outside the box, it was an absolutely brilliant strike, and it was like, oh shoot, let's see what's
Scoring,
from
he
here.
was scoring on anybody with that.
David De Gea could have died since yesterday. He wasn't getting that.
No,
He
I
wasn't in it.
don't
And
agree
so-
with you there. Because
No,
as
I'm-
a keeper, De Gea has a thing that he goes with the opposite hand than what he's supposed to go with.
Very strong hand.
bro,
No, I
I've
know
seen
it's a strong hand.
No.
Ederson get beaten from those kind of distances before, so it can
Yeah.
happen to anybody.
I'm not taking nothing
No,
away
no,
from him.
I completely understand what Courtney is saying, because what
Yeah.
De Gea likes to do is he will reach instead of reaching with his forehand, he has an
Yeah.
inside hand, so extra height on
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
sometimes it can work, sometimes it does not. So I
Yeah, I
can
do too.
understand where that's coming from, but I think
Yeah,
that's
because
Only one goal.
I mean,
I think I do. I do
nothing
think that
away from
strike-
Iwobi's strike at the end of the day because it was a very classy strike.
classy.
That's not something we say
me-
about Alex Iwobi and his finishing most times.
For me,
Well, when he
It
does
deserves to score.
it's one of the best goals of the season so far. Like I didn't give it that. It was.
Exactly.
I was shocked.
Yeah, that's a great goal.
Similar to Anthony's goal in the derby as well too.
Yeah.
Yep. Men couldn't get that.
If cutting inside on my left foot working for me, boy, why change it, boy? If I cut it inside and I bending them down in a corner, why change it, boy? Why?
And
If that trick working for me,
and as we're on the subject of Anthony, as President Chad mentioned in the chat as well too, man has scored for his third consecutive Premier League game in a row. First Manchester United player to do so.
First player to do it.
Well done, man.
Exactly.
And
First ever player to do that in the Premier League era, so that's a great accomplishment as well too. 3
And the
games,
crazy
3 goals.
Somebody-
It's
and crazy part is
I know.
Somebody remind President Chad what country he from again. Somebody just remind President Chad what country he's from, right?
They're here.
Mario Phillip is asking if Ronaldo will be starting the next game. We will get into that question for sure after we finish our match review, because I do think that will be a very controversial topic now. And I do think because of one key event that the answer to that will be yes. So moving on from the first goal right now, you go to minute 15.
the Anthony show.
Minute 15. Martial is his only contribution to the game. Beautiful ball in. Man of the hour, Anthony. Great finish. Cut inside,
Well,
left foot. We all said that's all he does, but
is
you know
he-
what? It works.
you know what is game with Anthony? That's crazy. And although he still had to settle, is he running this game? You know? I watch like dog. This man set himself up. I was like, oh, if he go to the left, boy, man, take enough time to do the left and get himself free. And I tell myself, it kind of cool under pressure, no pressure, normal for him.
Yeah.
And
This is a guy who has said that he's had to survive in the favelas. Him being $100 million player is not going to be that much kind of pressure to him. He said that himself, and clearly after the last 3 games, he's showing that he does not care about the price tag. He just wants to play. He wants to show his determination. He wants to prove to everybody that he's not just here for the sake of making up names.
Yeah, his work rate is impeccable.
And that's why Ten Hag trusts him as much as he does, because he has constantly shown that he is more than capable of living up to expectations in this situation. And long may it continue. It's only 3 games, I get that, but I hope that he continues to keep that form going.
Yeah, for sure. I like him as a player. I like his work rate. His decision making sometimes
a little iffy.
But
that can be said about the whole squad.
Let's be
honest. As long as he keeps up the ball in the back of the net, can't really complain. So
I can't agree with you there, David. Because when you leave things to chance, it comes back to bite you in the ass. Sorry to say. We should have locked up that game from the middle of the second half and take our foot off the gas and play that possession game.
So that has nothing to do with Anthony. That's on the manager.
Yeah, that game should have locked up in the first half.
It's on the manager. I would say it's on the squad, because that should have been. One can reasonably assume that the manager is going to say to them halftime, all right, cool, let's go out there, get another goal, lock up the shop, and slow it down.
Yeah.
He didn't. If you look at the subs, he didn't make attacking subs. He had to make defensive subs. Why?
Yeah, boy. And I feel.
Well, he did use his attacking sub. Well, this will transition into my next moment of the match, which I wanted to highlight. Mm-hmm. Minute 29, Anthony Martial comes off injured. Just the man has no luck at all at this point.
Yeah, boy.
I want to know who have Anthony Martial voodoo doll.
I
tell you, Pogba, boy.
I'm not trying to get sued.
I want him to come on maybe 30 minutes left in the game, something like that, 60th minute or so, and then come in and see out the game. I was hoping was that he would have been with mindset of getting ready to start for the Spurs game coming up. So I did not want him to start. I even put that in my in my predictions on the United app that he was not going to start, and he started. And it was unfortunate that my biggest fear came true. With that being said, cometh the man, cometh the legend, cometh the GOAT, CR700. Now we can say.
Go let be here saying that.
On for Martial. With that being said, talking about CR700 right now. That's from now on his name, CR700.
Don't let Messi father here saying that.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
We want everybody now to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube right now. And once we get to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of the season, this shirt behind me will be given away to one of you out there. So make sure to spread the word. This is your chance to get your hands on a jersey signed by the GOAT himself, Cristiano Ronaldo.
You're just lying to the people. Just let the people know where the jersey coming at. Big man thing.
Well, you already got a jersey from here, Mark.
I tell you, you go have a jersey, you go have rap.
Mark.
Just let the people know the jersey coming out.
You done get a sign, Bruno. Behave yourself now,
And this shirt is only going to go up in price as the time goes on. So make sure to get those subscriptions right now. This could be one of your only chances to win a Ronaldo shirt.
David, I think to buy. David, send my shirt, please. Send my thing.
Before
that being said,
David, there was a play where Martial did an amazing piece of skill, and I was upset.
He just didn't get off the shot.
That Anthony ran into him and didn't allow him to get off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, boy.
A brilliant turn in the box.
And
but you know what?
I swore when he swiveled like that, I swore that was going in the back of the hands, and I swear that was two. I had 2 in my mind written all over that.
But you know what kind of get me vexed too? It's like when we were going to attack, I tell myself, oh wait now, dog, why is nobody here to finish this? And you see when Bruno did score, and then I see Ronaldo had him off, so I was like, Nah, man, come now. Or they're making this more difficult than it has to be. Please just finish the game. I am fed up. Just finish the game because, as Kirsten say, we really could have put away this game, because Everton
In the
wasn't
first half,
playing a ball, like they wasn't playing no kind of ball.
To me, when I saw this game, I was like, Everton good for 4, at least.
Why are they making Everton look like prime?
actually, that was my score prediction, 4-1, But oh God, boy.
I know nobody's gonna believe me on this, but I actually got the prediction correct.
You serious?
So did I.
Yeah.
So did I.
Well, damn.
Well done, son.
Yeah.
Big up you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a very strong feeling this game was gonna be low scoring.
I could join it.
I thought
I had the first score correct. Yeah.
That's but one of the only things that I got wrong on this one. I had Rashford as first goal scorer.
Nah, I had the first score correct.
And we
Nah,
were
but-
almost
So
blessed with
with
the
that being
Rashford
said, now
goal, but
moving on to minute 41.
whatever.
I call this man Mr. Jekyll and Hyde, Casemiro. Loses the ball for the umpteenth time in the match. United gets it back. All of a sudden, he plays in a beautiful ball for
Okay.
Mr. CR700 to go
Don't
in
let
and score
Messi, don't
his
let Messi brother here say that.
No, nah, dog.
You know, it's and respectfully, and you could see like when he was celebrating. I know he just showed like the great look, like he was like praying. I think that was just relief. I think that was getting the
It's
camel
how
off his
Anthony
back.
joined him doing it. It's how Anthony joined him in it.
Yeah.
As well.
No, Anthony came in there.
That's the new celebration. That's the new celebration.
No,
I mean, I'm
You can
probably
see
gonna
everybody
play
doing that off FIFA now when
Yes,
Yeah.
Devin, before you go any further, I feel like I'm gonna end up having to play devil's advocate here for a second. And I know people don't want me to do that, but I have to say it. I am glad that Cristiano Ronaldo got to score today. I am so glad for the man because this is something that he has desperately, and I mean desperately needed.
What's
Because
that?
I think his confidence was lower than a white line in the road at this point when it came to being in the Premier League. But, and you had the sense there was a but coming.
Yeah. Because Thursday he was looking for too much Thursday.
Exactly. And I feel like while the eagerness and the willingness to show that he can perform, my thing is just I would like to see this more consistently from him. Yes, he scored 24 goals last season. Yes, he is one of the greatest goal scorers, if not the greatest goal scorer of all time.
Make sure that man not in the bar before you say that.
But as far as I know, this season he has really been below the
He
standards.
He's struggling.
Let me be fair to the man. The man he's gonna be 38.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
and
But he also threw a tantrum before the preseason, during the preseason.
yes.
And I know before people will say that how he had issues at home and everything, but yet
But he didn't have
his agent. That
he
didn't
didn't
stop
have a
him from
proper
sending his agent.
preseason.
Let me
That didn't
choose
stop him from
violence.
sending his agent to go and look for other clubs in the process as well
No,
too.
okay.
So
Let's
I don't wanna
look at-
harp on that. I don't
Uh-huh.
wanna harp on that.
Before,
So at the same time, I just would like to believe that this is the start of something great and it's not just a one-off
I want to choose
situation. That's what I want.
Vex. Undertaker was in his mid-40s and main event 2 WrestleManias. I don't want to hear nothing about he's 38. So do we that?
Correct.
Boom.
So
I hear
Correct.
no.
Do we that?
I hear no.
Correct.
Him out, right?
I hear you, but next time use something that's not scripted as your example.
I know.
please.
Nah, I wasn't serious.
Please.
Devin. Oh gosh,
But it fits
And
though.
I am
It
a
fits.
lifelong wrestling fan. I'm telling you,
So,
please do not use that as an example.
wait, hold on. So Devin, you're saying use something that's not scripted. So why you feel when Liverpool and City wouldn't think it's not scripted?
Oof.
You see that
Yeah,
rabbit hole you
yeah.
want to go down there?
No.
Oh, you want to go?
It's very well
Let's save that discussion for after we finish our match review because that one I have a lot to say about VAR, especially.
That's
for-
a big
Zahir does not like peace. Zahir does not like peace.
Ronaldo-
I realize that.
At the end of the day, Ronaldo is not the player that he was, let's say, even 2-3 seasons ago. Right?
Yeah.
Correct.
What I would need from him to agree with Greg is that I need to see his game evolve. Because there was a point in the game today where had he not jumped, Bruno would have had a clear chance on goal. And Bruno shouted to him, "Don't jump."
Yeah, the crowd was too loud. Couldn't hear him.
Come now, man. Not this.
Nah, he was
But
right
the
next
thing-
to him,
but-
man.
and
To
that's
look
the
in,
thing.
brother. I'm behind
And
you.
that's the thing. The old Cristiano Ronaldo mentality is still there.
Courtney,
It's like
also to be in his defense, in Ronaldo's defense. Don't forget the Rashford goal that was called up for the handball. It was his header that set it up.
No, I'm not saying no, but it's key moments like that where he has to understand that, look, yes, I am Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, I've scored 700 goals. But my legacy now has to evolve. I am a great goal scorer. How can I pull an extra defender and open space for somebody else?
You know, as you say that, Kirsney, you know what I remind me of? Remember Cavani first season, and we was just studying the goals. It wasn't just goals he was giving you know. Because when he was dangerous, he was running to get defenses to open up. To be like,
Yeah.
Cavani's the danger man.
creating
Then
space.
boom. Rashford had enough space to finish. Boom. Some Bruno had enough space to finish. He has to use his attraction of being a danger to help others. And I could agree with Chris on that because you really need to adapt it. Because it has some moments where he got a true ball and he was running for it. I was like, nah, Ronaldo couldn't get that one though. He's 38. He wasn't getting that one. You had to evolve your game a little bit. You had to be real with yourself. And no one would be mad. I wouldn't be mad at all, actually.
You know,
So I guess this would be a good time now to go back to the question Martin Phillip asked earlier. And I will put it up on the board again.
We're playing Newcastle next, aren't we?
Correct.
No. The next game
Ronaldo
is
likes to play
Omonia.
against Newcastle. Ronaldo likes to play against them.
I will say this. His start is dependent on whether or not how bad Martial's injury is.
Yeah, I believe it's Martial hip.
Because Martial came back out of the dressing room onto the bench. So we're gonna make the assumption that the injury is not that bad.
Yeah.
It probably was.
We also don't want to force the issue as well too, because next even rushing him back may aggravate it even worse. So it may be precautionary.
The next game is Europa in the midweek.
Correct.
Next game is not Newcastle.
That's just what I was going to get onto. I was going to say I could see Ronaldo starting Thursday, but depending on what happens with that, I think that determines what happens with Sunday now.
True.
Because you have to manage his minutes as well. So
exactly.
For me,
he was on Thursday.
If he wants his minutes to be managed, we all know, and we've seen it in the past, where he wants to play every game.
Yeah, but even he knows that he can't.
Yeah, you think so? I don't think
he knows it, but he still wants to play every game.
And that's just it. You got a man who's at 38 wants to believe that he's still the same player he was at 25, 26, 27. Those years are well behind you, and you have to kind of acknowledge that. You look at players who have been able to adapt their game as they've gotten older, the likes of Zlatan, the likes of Paolo Maldini, Ryan Giggs, who started off as an electric winger and turned into a central midfielder. Those players who know how to be versatile in the way that they play have better and greater longevity. So as much as we know Ronaldo's a great goal scorer, sometimes you kind of have to know when you can't play that position anymore. Do something that will still be supportive and you'll still be influential to the team. But in that same regard, understand that there are younger, faster, fitter players than you at some points.
Right. So remember, I think this week in one of the shows, President Chad was talking about the contract situation. And I know we strained a little bit. And he was saying he didn't agree with Mata and certain other players getting contracts. But at the time in his squad, Mata was a senior player. Yes, he may not have been able to do as much as he used to do on the pitch. But Mata was that calming influence, that bigger brother that used to take players under his wing and say, hey, I need it to
Mata was a big role player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he knew his role. He knew the role he had to play, and when he come on, he used to play that role. As you say, real calm it.
Has to learn that side of his game.
Yeah.
He has to become that mentor to the younger players and pull them in and demand certain standards in a friendly sort of way, in that big brother kind of way. While
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you good. No, finish.
Because he had to check his ego by the door. It's unfortunate.
Easier
It
said
could be
than
one
done.
of the hardest things that he's ever done as a professional. But if he could do that, I think it will cement his legacy even further.
Yeah, because if you watch it, right? If you look at it off the ball, Ronaldo isn't terrible, and he link up play wasn't bad. Like the man really did link up well with a lot of players.
Correct.
I think for me personally, look at the opportunity. Look what Ronaldo has the opportunity to mentor. You have Marcus Rashford, who's coming off a resurgence off of real tumultuous times. He was injured. It was low self-esteem. He's back on to focusing on football. You could tell Marcus, hey, let me mentor you and show you something. Let me show you a little thing. You have guys like Ilanga, who is there, who needs help with finishing. And if I was Ronaldo, I'd tell Ilanga, hey, you want to work with me with finishing? You want me to help you finish? Because I'm going to show you something. Here it is. In terms of taking on skills, he could talk to Anthony and Sancho. Because remember, Ronaldo used to play that tricky winger. For me, Anthony reminds me of Ronaldo when he now came on. Like, you know, when you do want to do everything, you want to do every trick in the book. Yeah. Ronaldo should see that as like, hey, that was me, actually. That was me at 22. Yo, bro, I see your real finishing. You have a skill to you, but what you need to do something in terms of your judgment. Fix your judgment, fix your passing and link it, because Anthony and Dalot have a good relationship. You ever realize on that right side?
We don't go into that Dalot conversation.
But no, but still.
That Courtney, that's coming later on.
Yeah, that's coming.
That's coming. You can't run from it. That's coming.
Yeah. Don't worry. We have a conversation about Courtney and Casemiro coming later.
Yeah.
Sorry, we have a conversation about Dalot and Casemiro coming later on. Courtney, don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It's coming.
But like, that's what I'm saying. Ronaldo is seeing players who more or less are inspired by him. You know, Rashford has always said he's been inspired by Ronaldo. Anthony said that Ronaldo, aside from Brazilians, Ronaldo is a big inspiration to him. Dog, you're at a point where you could be that actual mentor and inspiration to these guys. Like, for example, when Cavani had Greenwood and Rashford under his wing, Ole realized that they were taking every advice from him. Every game, he used to come and tell them, hey, I used to see hand movements like, hey, go inside here and go inside there. And then next game, they would do the same exact thing and put real goals that they were not getting last season. These men, we had to stop acting like these young fellas don't want to learn. They clearly want to learn.
Exactly.
But somebody has to be there, and Ronaldo has to be that guy. And if he becomes that guy, he wouldn't believe how far and successful this team could be. Because if he becomes a mentor, I can see.
Do you really want to be that guy?
Exactly. If he becomes a mentor, I can see us doing so many good things this season. Winning a Europa League even, because the side is that good. It just needs somebody to guide it. And that is what Ronaldo want to do.
So before we move into the second half now of the show, my personal thought right now is, you ever notice when you have great athletes who are right on the borderline of a milestone, it seems they kind of go into the slump right before it happens. And then once it finally happens, they stop focus on it so much they go back to just how they were before.
Yeah.
Anybody here know it?
Yeah.
Do you think that could happen with Ronaldo now? That we start seeing more goals now?
I'm hoping that is what happens.
The possibility lies that it is something that could definitely happen. And if it does, we'd be more than grateful for it, because we want to show a bit more clinical ability up front. So if that helps, then let's
you're looking for that 700, eh? You wanted that 700 goal part Tuesday.
I'm gonna be devil's advocate for a minute. I would like that to happen, but not at the cost of the chemistry in the team.
That's fair. That's fair.
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Because if we look back to last season, he scored 24 goals. But look at the chemistry in the team.
Was not good.
At least now, the team, you could see it in pockets. It's not over full 90, but the team more or less plays for each other.
Yeah.
They work hard. You know, hey, big up to Luke Shaw. Had a pretty decent game.
Yeah, man. I think it looks good.
But when Ronaldo goes into that goal focus mode, he kind of tends to lose the wider picture. And he becomes and I don't, greedy might be a strong word to use, but he becomes single-minded, and it comes at the expense of the team.
Yeah, like a tunnel vision, more or less.
Yeah.
He sees one thing.
And I don't want, yes, I would be grateful for the goals, but I would like it in that he also includes other people. So it's just not that he alone scored.
Yes, like you said.
To be honest with you, I don't feel Ten Hag will allow that to happen.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't feel he will allow that to happen.
One thing I could see from Ten Hag, he does nip real things in the bud fast, because if you look at it from the City game, yes, it was very unnerving, but from the City game, we looked really different compared to our last games. Even when we went down, there wasn't a give-up mentality. Men was real fighting to score. It's just that we had to be more clinical. So for me, because if you look at it, that 6-0 under Ole or any other manager, it wouldn't really, this would be a loss or some kind of draw. But you could see that after a loss, we come back and we bounce back very well. The Ammonia game wasn't the best game, but when men had to come and deliver and stand out, men come to stand out. Rashford and Martial took the responsibility within themselves and say, hey.
Not today. Yeah, son.
So for me, I feel I feel Eric go once he see that whole tunnel vision thing, he go and watch Ronaldo and say, you feeling too high yourself. Go eat this bench now. Come eat this bench now, bro.
Come and sit down next to me.
I'll tell hey Ronaldo, I'll come and tell you something. Go in back there, go and sit down there now, dog. Yeah. No, Eric is Arabs, man, but he from Trinidad, I feel.
Listen, this manager not getting any gray hairs over anybody in this side.
No gray hairs. The man's bald.
He can't be bald twice. That's what we mean. He can't be bald twice. You know what I say, Eric from Trinidad? The minute we lose to Brentford, that man do the most Caribbean thing. All right, let me run them laps. Imagine getting punished. You know,
sometimes that we have to do it.
True.
Sometimes that we have to do.
Man, he's like, what you do? I see you're not running too much, so guess what we doing today? Running. That real Caribbean mentality.
Yeah, and he actually ran with them, so.
Exactly.
So men couldn't say this man just how he running and he running. You watching? No, I running with all you too. Yeah, son.
So who would be your man of the match today?
I can't choose really,
Yeah, open question to anybody.
Strange enough, Mr. Jekyll and Hyde.
To anybody watching in the comments, please feel free to comment as well on this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have not figured one out.
Yeah, strange enough, Mr. Jekyll and Hyde, Casemiro.
Although I am kind of leaning to Luke Shaw a little bit too, because I find like
I was about to say I would lean towards Luke Shaw.
I would give it a Shaw because Malacia has played some great football, and now it's looking like Malacia, just based on the last two games. Malacia had a fight for that position right now.
I think that's what Ten Hag wants. That's
exactly how it should be. So when you get your chance, you better not disappoint.
Cherish it.
Malacia can play right back too.
Exactly.
He has for Feyenoord on a few occasions, but very rare.
Well, you see,
somebody screenshot that for me, please. That Chad supporting a Brazilian for man of the match.
Wow.
Screenshot that somebody, please.
So here, what going on with you?
If it is that Malacia
let me replenish my drink.
I will take him over Dalo right now. Because Malacia is defensively sound.
Here we go.
And dog will give us that attacking output.
Nah, boss.
No. Listen
nah,
to
boss. Come now, dog.
Right? But Dalo looked shaky for the last 3 games. He looked shaky.
Come now,
and
dog.
this is what he does. He will have 2-3 good games where you think, all right, cool, he finally settling. And then he has a wide span where he can't trap, he can't pass, and makes bad decisions. Tell my life.
And where exactly in Wan-Bissaka's recent performances has he exactly put any kind of security in your mind?
Juan for me has always been defensively sound.
Yes, but
His
that is
problem
not
is
just one
always
aspect of the game.
right.
It's just it's like the same thing with the whole Trent Alexander-Arnold thing.
That's
Trent
true.
is good going forward, but he can't defend. Rashford is good. I mean, Wan-Bissaka is good at defending, but he can't go forward. Right backs, full backs on a whole. Let me just get this point out. Full backs on a whole have the position has become so dynamic, where players have to be able to be good on both fronts, or at least some level of competency when advancing from the back line. If you look at the likes of the ones that we've had in the past, Gary Neville, he had an understanding with David Beckham when he was on the right side, and they used to advance ahead of each other at times. Beckham would stay back and cover the gaps when he went forward. Raphael, another player who was able to advance, but he had a tenacity to go back and defend as well too. So since then, the last two people that we've had playing at fullback, Valencia, who was a winger, got converted into a right back. He wasn't the greatest of tacklers, but his speed made up for his defensive lackings.
Exactly.
Yeah? I would say with Dalo, although Courtney in truly man does look shaky. The thing is, his errors not like okay. You know how Klopp was trying to justify Trent position within the team. Yeah, looking at that interview, I was really thinking about it, and I didn't say, let me compare United. No, Dalo in terms of crossing, yeah, it way better. But in terms of decision making and tackles, he has literally grown more for me than Trent Alexander-Arnold. Because look at today's game with Trent, right, bro? This man literally
minute one.
Yeah,
Yo, okay.
This man
Trent hit with the blocks, spread your hand and Lego.
Of course, no man.
I got one better for you. I have one better for you. Somebody asked on Twitter. They said, name a better defender. Name people who are better defenders than Trent Alexander-Arnold. A man jumped up and said, Amber Heard's attorney.
You have to explain that one to who's not following that, Greg.
Oh my God! No, man. As my point now, boy. You know what, Trent? You know what I say?
Greg. You gotta go back. What? Of us now. You gotta explain.
Come on. You can't tell me you didn't follow the Johnny Depp trial and Amber Heard.
But what gave me with Trent, right? You know what? It wasn't the first minute that gave me. You know what gave me? You see his second goal? His second goal is what had me crying. You know it is. Henderson covering the man, right? So I tell myself, all right, cool. Maybe Trent would tell himself, let me go into a place where they wouldn't get a passing lane.
He was already there.
Trent went and take that cut back.
And you know in FIFA, when you run and you don't press X, you just run forward past the person. That's Trent look for me. It's like, damn, Trent is a FIFA. Hey, he's an NPC, bro. No way. There's no way.
Now I get called for murder. That cut chopped 2 minutes. Boy. Trent and take that cut too.
So I said, well, where the hell, right? At least with Dalo would have be like, I could block this man. And Dalo would actually block the man and get in a position. If he lose, he could actually run back. Trent don't even put himself in a position to run back. He would just be out here watching.
Whereas with Wan-Bissaka, on the other hand, Wan-Bissaka feels like he has the need to go to ground every time. And a lot of players have figured that out. So they will do that and play for the penalty. If he's in the box and like they'll play to get him in trouble.
If Wan-Bissaka was a Pokemon, he'd be a ground type dog. I really say it. That man would be a ground type, and his biggest move would be tackle. Wan-Bissaka is an Onyx. Wan-Bissaka is an Onyx dog.
Wow. Don't do my boy that. Don't do my boy that. Don't do my boy that. My boy, if you look at Wan-Bissaka back pocket right now, you still see Raheem still in there. Chilling. You still see him there. You still see him there.
He can't live off of that one performance. He can't continue living off of that one performance.
This.
Yeah. I hear all here, but that right back problem needs to be solved.
Of course. For me,
so can we say then?
And as you say, I want Wan-Bissaka get back healthy because I don't want Dalo get too comfortable.
Well, he's getting comfortable right now.
For me,
So,
Yes, Zahir,
so
go ahead.
bearing in mind,
Let Zahir finish his point. Let Zahir finish his point.
bearing in mind that we all agree we need a better option at right back. Would you say that is a bigger priority in the next transfer window than striker?
nah.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
wait.
Yes.
If we had to pick one, okay, question. But wait, if we get a right back, if you had to choose between a right back and Gakpo, who you taking? Because then I watch Gakpo games. I dog Gakpo. Dog, I real goals. Fellas, I real goals. I'm real sorry.
You see,
Yeah. So you're prepared. You're prepared to keep being vulnerable at the back.
Yeah, but I think
Defenses
next
win
point too.
championships.
That's true. And I think next time I was thinking too, because I think someone said defense wins championships, as you said that. Because
Correct.
if you think about it, we could have a really terrible shooting team, but when your backline good, it's good.
Yeah. Goal does win matches, defense does win titles. No?
Exactly.
In any
Because
case,
They also say sometimes the best defense is a good offense too.
Well, that's true.
But CJ, in any case,
this is
you
the
need
way that I
the
look
fullback
at
had a
it.
cross for Gakpo.
So when you think about it this way right now, we do have a couple of players that we could interchange up front to play in the attack.
Yeah.
If Dalot goes down, we just have Wan-Bissaka.
Hey, Fox.
No, it's about
We don't have him right now because
I mean, yes, you could. Because I think Laird is out on loan right now. So
Yeah, later on.
Wan-Bissaka is injured. Brandon Williams is injured.
So to me, because of that, I say right back would be the priority that would be needed right now.
Right back.
But who are right back you'll buy though?
And that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Like,
no, for real, because the market for right back kind of it kind of weird though. Like I can't.
If he gets the money,
that's not Reece James.
If he gets the money, he will probably go back looking for Dumfries.
Yeah.
Right. Seeing that Dest went on loan, I don't mind Dest because I find Dest is decent enough, right? But given that Dest went out on loan, that doesn't seem to be an option. So I feel if Ten Hag is given the money for right back, he'll go after Dumfries.
Fair enough.
And what position Tim Butters play?
He's a center back.
He's maybe center back.
Yeah.
Because put it this way, if Dalot breaks down right now, you're starting right back to be Victor Lindelof.
You know, Gabi Malacia, just have to show you on that side.
So now, guys, we got to move on to the next question for today's panel. After the performance today from Casemiro, which we've all pretty much said as a Jekyll and Hyde type of performance, has he cemented his place in the squad? Well, we know he has to play next game Newcastle anyway, because obviously McTominay picked up his fifth yellow card, so now he's
the madman as he come on. He said, referee, look, man, I own it, so you could give me it anytime now.
Well, I think that was actually very smart.
I was actually going to say that. I wonder if they did that on purpose so that he's out for this game, which means he's available for Spurs.
Well, it could be.
I mean, that's true, though. That'd be 3D chess, actually. That'd be 4D chess, though. And plus, too, he didn't cement it, but Casemiro has a chance to finally do what he has to do in the Newcastle game. Because if you look at it, he's seen the opportunity where, okay, they really cannot play Scott. Wait, who? De Jong? Nah, dog, we good. Nah, we good. We good, bro.
If he want to stay there and be in debt for the rest of his life, that's on him. If he wants to stay there and be in debt for the rest of his life, that's on him.
Yeah, then.
Nah, man, people still mentioning that, man.
As regards the whole Casemiro thing.
Question for Dorian. The girl who blank can't play style. If she break up with, if the fella leave her, you'll go back and that option?
Never.
Hold on. How is the youngest one here talking about it?
You don't know how bad the man wants to that shooter.
Zahir, you still want to question him on age?
No, but I want to question Zachary.
You rule in life, if you blank me, then when you settle with your choice and your choice will work out, you come back for me. Go by the Butler Highway fast shoulder to cry on. Don't come and cry on my shoulder.
CJ, at that point, you have to pull out the Glenn Washington bit.
If you want forgiveness, go to church. Don't go here.
And they are taking that
wicked, them wicked. I don't know how them so wicked. Why them so wicked? But I know so them wicked, them wicked.
Gregory, look at Zachary's comment.
What? Pull it up.
Zachary says he'd love us to buy Reese. So what we gonna do, boy? We gonna do a Ronaldo Reese James swap in January?
Nah, Chelsea ain't stupid like that. Well, actually, no, the owner kind of mad.
Yeah, but bullies are man. I ain't thinking that man. There will be an exodus. There will be a mass exodus, and there will be torches. If Todd Bowley decides to sell Reece James at this present time,
if Reece James makes the move to United, that probably might be worse than Ashley Cole when he went to Chelsea.
Bro,
that it has to be worse.
I better only just sign up Kenwin Jones, right? What the hell, right? Reece James. You do that now,
man. Talk about left field, though. Not even Alvin, no Kenwin.
What happened, mate?
I shall put my foot down. Nobody gets the bad talk Alvin Jones. That is my past people. Nobody gets the bad talk Alvin Jones.
I never say that today. It's Mark you to talk to. Mark
all them Jones and them.
My boy.
Kenwin, Alvin, Joven. All them Jones and them.
My past people.
All I said was that if Dijon stated was not
Molino, Island.
Nah, I can't vex Molino.
You do the whole national team,
Well, all of those are past East Mokarapu players. All of those are our past people.
Oh.
Okay.
Nah, but the thing still stand. If Dijon, if I get a call from Dijon talking about we could talk, I go say the MLS wanna talk. No, here.
Check Oprah.
Wanna talk,
bro.
Check Steve Harvey. Them are talk shows.
Yeah. Go on, Steve Harvey. What that doing?
You wanna
I want to read this comment out.
Okay.
Yes, because I want to know the answer to this.
And I know that it's going to open up. It's something that we alluded to earlier in the show. VAR again. Can anyone on the panel tell me why Rashford's goal was disallowed, but Liverpool's missed out on a penalty when the ball touched Gabriel's hand? Between
because
the two, Rashford's supposed to jump.
Because VAR inconsistent.
Yep.
Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
It's consistently bad.
But I also believe the handball rule that they've modified now is wrong as well too.
Yeah. The VAR teams on them, they're not on the same page.
Well, no. So they made a rule now where like if the ball hits your hand at all in any way, even if it's inadvertent, and it leads to a goal, it's going to be disallowed.
You see, and the thing is,
but with that being said, when you have that rule. Like that, but then you see what happened with the Liverpool game. Now it's like, well, where's the consistency with the thing for that as well? So I have to agree with Martin Phillip, and this is something which I was kind of alluding to before when you're talking about stories being written about certain teams and how VAR is helping out with calls and whatnot. So I know we spoke on this earlier too a little bit.
Thank you.
So, I told you.
A man said the Premier League could have a tennis league. First, how much racket share in here?
All right, big guy.
But going back to the whole Casemiro thing, I mean, I know people are saying that they figured that because today he put in an assist and he kind of got man and he matched for some regards. I still think that he has work to do because
he has work to do.
You can clearly tell that he's still not up to speed as regards the way the Premier League is.
Yeah.
He's an intelligent player. Take nothing
a couple
away
more
from
starts on the belt.
Mm-hmm. Take nothing away from him, but when you look at certain aspects of it, the way Onana was getting past him a couple of times, the misplaced passes that he made, it still shows that there's a lot of work to be done when it comes to the opposition that he faces and understanding where he needs to be in some regards. He almost got a goal today. So I have to give him that, but at the same time, I still think that he needs to catch up.
You have to remember, Casemiro.
The other thing, Greg. The man spent the last 10 years in midfield significantly better than ours. Right?
Yeah.
I would say
For
this.
real.
I would say that
Yes.
he spent 10 years in a league where midfielders are given time to play.
Exactly.
That is true.
That too.
That
In
is
In,
English,
in England, it don't get that time.
Yeah.
if you've looked at any midfielder, especially central midfielders that have come from, let's say, Germany or Spain or even France, there are very few of them who fit into the squads that they've come into and automatically get the pace of the game. It usually takes them about a season, till about a half season to a season to understand that, look, you don't have time on the ball. Most teams press in the middle.
True.
So from the time you pick it up, like that, again, the first goal, where he was pickpocketed from, I can't remember who it is.
It was Onana.
Any time to control, look up, and then make probably player 1-2 or whatever. But hey, you don't have that time. And Anthony was wrong for giving him that ball in the first place because Anthony Anthony wouldn't know because he's now come to the league.
Yeah. Because I think if Anthony knew he wasn't going to put that ball there, knowing that pressure is be relics. That's be real.
Right?
Now,
so it's going to take him
Casemiro a little prop.
until the World Cup.
He learned from that. He learned from that because for Ronaldo's goal, he lost possession of the ball and jam up the man one time and get it back.
Yeah.
Right.
But
so
he was lucky
learning
that
on the side.
the man decided not to play the extra pass that was open to him and decided to run with the ball. So he was lucky that he was able.
I think he will learn. I think
Gradually.
for me,
We didn't see the best of Casemiro yet.
No, it's all.
I think if the more Casemiro plays,
Exactly.
right, the more that will help Ronaldo to get back to where many people hope he gets back to.
So you're almost in a way agreeing with President Chad with his comment here, where he's saying that this game will be a turning point for Casemiro. He played better and more aggressive after the mistake.
I mean, when you think about it, you could see the point he's trying to make here because this is probably one of the best environments that you can kind of get a grasp of how the English game really is. Everton is very old school in their approach. They're a very physical team. They will swarm you. They will try to put you under pressure at constant occasions. So now, him being the player that he is and the reputation that he has should be able to adapt to what's going on around him and get himself more into the game as he goes along. So this is kind of like the acid test here. Other teams who will probably be a bit more technical, he may have a better idea of how to approach them from here on in. So I believe that he's smart enough. He'll get more chances. He'll get more opportunities, and he'll probably grow and build that chemistry with the more games that he gets.
So before I want to
ask a question. I might get first.
Zahir, give me 1 second before you go in here. One question now.
Go right ahead.
Does Casemiro or McTominay play on Thursday?
Let me get Casemiro, yeah. Get Casemiro because
actually I would like to see them together in the middle.
No,
I would
like
like
I got real defensive.
I don't know.
Casemiro and McTominay.
Yeah, Casemiro and McTominay.
Nah. I ain't feeling that way.
At this point, I just want to hear it from the somewhere.
Is that I know? It's how we see it now.
Nah.
Hey, somebody put that for that way. I didn't use that on me. Yo, hey,
I want to see Erickson get somewhere.
It's a map $50 in view, man. Nah, I ain't feeling that. Nah.
I ain't feeling that way. Nah. Nah.
The drinks are nice in here at the bar today because everybody's in a good mood.
Somebody please clip that. Please clip that down. Please.
Nah.
We'll work on it.
What is so wrong? Yes.
I ain't feeling that.
I ain't feeling that way.
It may be.
I ain't vexed with you, but I ain't feeling that way. I ain't vexed with you.
Anyhow, Zahir had a question he'd like to ask. Let's let Zahir ask his question, please.
Go ahead.
So in today's game, we got to see Casemiro, and we also got to see Everton bring on the guy who we thought was going to do the Casemiro role before stupid ownership sold him. how you all felt Ghana looking at all time.
Hey, that better. Hey, De Gea made
A great save.
save.
Yeah.
Any other keeper, that was good.
I ain't gonna say no at the end of the day because I mean that cameo didn't really do much for me, but you could see the potential is there to show that he's a great player.
Yeah.
And I still believe that there was so much more he could have given us. There was much more depth we could have had with him in the squad.
But
I think there would have been a chance for him to probably get opportunities in games, but I'm not mad at him necessarily for leaving. I'm mad at the ownership for selling him.
Exactly.
What I am mad at is how come our so-called expert when it comes to spreadsheets and balances and things like that don't seem to know the words buyback clause.
So I think there is one. I think there is one for him actually.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a buyback?
There's a buyback for him?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
No checking back. I think he really have a buyback clause for him, ain't you?
But I feel, but with the save too, I didn't think this. I thought the save was a clearance, but until I see the replay, I was like, dog.
You thought it was a clearance?
No, only
that was clear on target.
You don't kill it, but that was on target. To show you was on target, the man was already ready to the game. So it was like, damn.
That actually, on that note, I have to give props to David De Gea today.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, when I saw that cross come in the box and I saw him actually jump and claim a cross and claim it smooth, even went down to ground, wasted a little extra time. Almost reminded me of like Ben Foster back in the day. I was like, oh shoot, De Gea actually claimed the cross. He's actually doing what he's supposed to do. Because I know
he won in the first half where he come out of the box and clear.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
And then there is his goal kick that led to the goal that was disallowed from Marcus.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad though.
That was not a bad goal kick.
Okay, guys. I just found the information here. According to Fabrizio Romano, it says he's reported that the sale of James Garner will contain a buyback clause.
Okay.
Puts the sale under a completely new light. While full details of this clause, including cost, when it can be activated, are unclear. It's good to see Manchester United retaining some kind of control over Garner's future. So there's a buyback clause.
Nice.
Right, guess who is go Everton, mash up the place, prove that he can
come back.
Come back.
Can come back.
But going back to De Gea, because I know De Gea has been taking a lot of abuse in message groups on social media and whatnot for certain things that he should not have, that he was not doing. I think he did it very well today. So you have to appreciate it and give him credit for what is due, especially for somebody that I consider to be a club legend in that too. So he did well.
I feel what also too. Although the backline, we would say the backline wasn't as good as it used to, but the backline, we had to give them credit for keeping it together.
Yeah.
Because men like Lisandro was fighting everything.
Usual.
There would be a lot of times. There would be a lot of times in the past, and we've seen this in previous seasons, where as soon as we concede one goal, everybody starts arguing with each other. Nobody knows who's supposed to approach this one.
Didn't see that today.
No, we didn't see that because there's an understanding and there's a togetherness. Everybody has to be like, fight for each other, talk to each other, be able to communicate. Something that I think that has been missing in our defense for some time.
Also, too, in terms of skills, man was disrespectful because that disallowed goal for Rashford. That was highly. And like, no, hey, men, girl, let's come and watch them play in the stands, bro. What is this? But man, hey, I'm have a family.
You see, VAR, sometimes when they make them kind of call, I wish the VAR room could just automatically lock and they can't come out from it.
VAR is consistently bad. That's the only level of consistency that they have.
You know what I've always said about VAR, like especially from this season going on, when the VAR official is telling the man on the field, you should probably go and look at this call. I think this is this. That should be played for everybody to hear.
Exactly. Because Everton players' head done drop already. All right, that is the day. Yeah, that 3-1. Okay. But next thing you know,
gentlemen, remember who the VAR referee was today, right?
Who was it?
Andrew Andrew Mariner, not said.
Oh, Andre Mariner.
Andrew Mariner,
I
whatever
know
the heck he
something
name is.
wasn't right, you know. That man don't make sense, boy. That man don't make sense, boy.
Them fellas
That is
too.
not that. Two referees I've always had issues with were him and Mark Clattenburg.
Oh,
I swear to God.
At least one is gone. At least one is gone now.
Thank
What's
God.
not?
Oh, my Dean wasn't. I don't know.
Clattenburg.
So my issue with Mike Dean was that he always had to make the occasion about him.
Yeah.
Not about the rest of the team. It was always something about him. But with that being said, I am pretty sure that every single person who's a Premier League fan who's not a Man United fan are probably grateful that Howard Webb is gone for some reason. So
Yeah, he too.
All right.
No, the thing is with VAR is they need to get all those VAR referees on the same page.
That's what I'm saying. They're not on the
correct.
same page.
Yeah, but don't they think they would have some sort of level of training for these people to know how to operate the
Yeah, but
system?
remember, it's
Some of them men just miss them classes.
it's interpretation.
It's a different styles from one versus the other. One may call something
it's
a little
not
bit
the
more
same
than the other. One may be card happy. One may let it go on depending on the occasion.
Because
everybody needs to be on the same page, like you're saying.
Look at what's Ham game today. Antonio goal was the same thing. The man literally volleyball clear it with his hand, and I hear like, bro, how? And it stand too. And our game, my man is like, there's no consistency. Like I think as a team, we need to agree on some rules that be like, all right, we will uphold this no matter who's doing the VAR. Because in terms of interpretation, we're getting it wrong. Because if you look at it, I find that unfair to players and all because Rashford really worked hard for the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, son.
Nothing he could have done. There's no way he could have done this.
There is nothing. There is nothing he could have done to get out the way of that.
Bro,
so.
that wanted the man to actually go away from the ball. Like, no, hey, if it bounce off, That's the tackle. It happened.
DJ, the man was supposed to jump like Naruto with the two hands behind the back, boy. Man was supposed to go all shinobi on them.
No, but it had to be because I watch over that goal like 4 times. Like, I trying to see where all you see hands in this, and I trying to see where this allowed. Because I was 3-1, and I will get my mad. There's a goal difference we work with in the league. So every goal has to count. You're taking things from my man. You're making this more difficult than it has to be.
And I'm going to make a bold prediction here. VAR is going to real cause problems in that World Cup this year.
Hey, I agree.
Would not surprise
Once there's good problems, we in business.
Zahir, normally
that will not surprise me one bit. Not one.
Zahir, you're speaking facts. You're speaking facts.
Once
here.
all the problems go Argentina way,
that is
me in business.
You sick, boy.
Yes. Once all VAR problems go straight to Argentina, I have no problems.
You what that man come for you? You what that man come for you?
I want him coming. I will not message him personally when Argentina get knocked out.
Our next bold prediction. VAR will cost England in the World Cup. I bet VAR will cost England in the World Cup.
VAR would not get a chance to cause England in the World Cup.
Maguire going to cause England.
Maguire, I doubt he's out for the World Cup.
You know,
Southgate has already ruined their chances.
Southgate is going to cost the World Cup, not VAR.
Maguire could have one leg, Southgate picking him.
Yeah,
exactly.
Southgate is going to cost England as long as they go to that World Cup with him.
Exactly.
Then again, Southgate still picking Trent, you know, and me, no, nah.
By the way, Zahir, did you ever get your hat yet?
No, bro. I was about to tell you that, and I think this week I'm going to email the people to find out, give me a little update what's going on.
Okay.
Right? So,
That's in clear. It's in clear customs here.
Zahir like story. So much, I had to send him one to expand the luck that we've been getting with it. So you know what that means? Whenever you gotta wear it as well too, right?
Of course, the last original jersey that I bought off the club site was the last jersey with the Nike logo, right? Bought, paid everything, they shipped it down. Then after about a month and a half, jersey didn't reach. Contact the club, told them this is the case. They say, okay, well, could I send another one or refund your money? I said, no, you could just do the refund, and they did the refund. only to get a letter from TT Post a week later stating that the jersey was in Piaco waiting for collection. That their workers was on strike and had nobody to deliver, so it's sitting down there for over a month.
Wow.
So I wrote back the club, being an honest fella, it's a life lesson here. And I explained to them what went on. The problem was on my end. I said, okay, how would you like me to send the money back for you? Because I've received the jersey. Club says, listen, for your upstanding, honesty, whatnot, take the jersey free. No money first.
For being a respectable man in the community.
No, we're talking about.
There you go. That's why it's my club.
Mark, no political movements, boy.
For being a
At least we can see Fred getting some love on the show.
Yeah.
Fred,
I'm a dog.
Pastor Fred, boy. We will see Fred Amiro, boy. We will see Fred Amiro soon. Don't worry.
I'm not saying it's going to happen. But if Brazil made the final and Fred scored the winning goal, I'm just going to say I was right.
The amount of apologies that man will have to get for the amount of abuse he has got.
If Fred win a World Cup before Messi or Ronaldo, the timeline mess up.
Not if, when
there will
Fred win a
there'll
World Cup.
be a statue outside the Maracana.
Getting ready to, the bar is getting ready to call last call now, so gotta get ready to shut down.
If I like CJ, like he's on another drone.
So we can go around. Everybody can say the last words. Outro going one last year. So we can start from the bottom. Mark, you can go first.
What's that? You see them men, right? I ain't gonna call no name because name is for tombstone, right? You see them men and them who just can't wait for the players and them to make a mistake, to bash them because they had their own agenda. Well, let's stop doing that. If all is true, Manchester United supporters, we have some patience now. There's a work in progress, but yeah. So let me have holy faith now.
And stop constantly bullying those men.
Why, man?
They have wives. No, them players who want to be attacking players. Hey, bro.
Yeah.
They have wives and they don't be moving like that. No disrespect, but
no disrespect them,
That's a grown man.
Because
stop that.
A man make a mistake, men jump out the self thing. Yeah, that the man only wanted to start and no, we don't do them thing now. Everybody is human. If it's truly a Manchester United fan, you're in it for the long haul, good or bad. Happy times and sad times. You understand? But other than that, to that man who do that, we have 700 reasons to drink today. 700.
DJ?
Happy for the win. We just understand that. Remember, every player gonna make a mistake, but you can't say nobody not trying. The team is trying, so as fans we had to see where it is. But Glazers out though. Like I ain't forget.
All day, every day.
We ain't forget.
Yeah, but nah. Glazers out though.
Yeah, we ain't forget all this.
Take Radcliffe money now, please.
Hard. Radcliffe giving away money. Take it now.
Yeah, take your money now.
Don't hit you on the way out.
Yeah.
We already know you like money. Take it.
Cheers to Mr. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Cheers.
I consider myself blessed to have lived at a time where I've experienced this man's career. And I will include Messi and I will include others of that ilk.
Of course.
It's been a wonderful time to be a sports fan.
I always tell man that. Just very be grateful. We are alive to see both players from the prime come right up to now. Because we're sure to see that happening again.
Definitely.
Well, it's across multiple sports where we're seeing the greatest of all times in multiple sports as well too. At that,
exactly.
We've had it in tennis, baseball, basketball,
Come
football,
on.
cricket. We've had it. Golf. We've had it.
Yeah.
Courtney?
Pretty decent game. There are things that I liked, there are things that I didn't like, and I'm hoping that we can get it right before that World Cup break. I think if we do, we could go on a nice little run. I know we're sitting fifth in the table right now. I think if, or for all intents and purposes, we can go into at least third if we go on a proper run before the World Cup.
Yeah. Put that team with the Madonna, put them behind me.
Facts.
And we'll be nice.
Mark Heinlein, eh?
What?
You're different, boy.
Yeah. I keep it real.
If we could beat the London Cowboys
before we get to Greg,
hey,
before we get to Greg,
I want to think that that's our rumor. Though. I don't want to be
Kurt, I want to hear Zahir here now.
I'm just watching the comments and exhibits is with us about Martial. Is there any way we can let him know a message with it? Because I know we're wrapping up, so we can probably include it in the next show.
I was actually hoping that he was going to type it out here before everybody finished up.
Yeah, like you type it out, exhibit. You type it out.
That's why I was hoping that he was going to do all we were all saying our party words.
Oh,
so Kurt, you continue.
Yeah, I would want to believe and hope and pray that this man not serious about changing that name, because the backlash he going and get ain't gonna be nice.
He has to fight not only Chelsea, he has to fight North London, he has to fight South London, he has to fight all of London, because even I, as a United fan, that shit disrespectful. What the hell?
Exactly.
Like, let me think about that. Think about that. What the hell is on Cowboy King? What are you talking about? Bro, what? That makes no sense. He even said the London Knights or the London Kings, bro. Cowboy. I try to look for some kind of grass London for you, because you ain't making no kind of sense, brother. Hey,
you remember a couple years ago?
It'll be an uproar
when I think it was Leicester,
London Cowboys.
Leicester had to change. Is that they change the name or change the colors or something?
Yeah.
See why they change their colors. I think.
Well, the one that I remember was Hull City wanted to do Hull Tigers, but I don't know.
Right.
Hull Tigers.
And I think they had to change it back.
You see, that is why I say that team with the Madonna. That is why I call them that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, son. Quite mad. London Cowboys. How he come up with that, boy? What he drinking?
Babash.
Babash he did come up with something classier than that, man.
No.
If it was Babash.
He met some Trini and they introduced him to Punchin, and now he's saying stuff.
No, hey, put some respect on Mr. Punchin's name.
How's the song go again? If you know you cannot handle the people around, when you see the people around, leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Yeah,
correct.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, I actually bumped into Ding Dong the other day, so yeah.
It was heavy punching, or it was Campari, the man drink, but
Campari could cause them kind of madness.
Yeah.
Campari could cause that madness.
These
People
realize that the opinions expressed on Old Talk are not the opinions of Man United supporters, Caribbean, and those affiliated with United.
He push a man little less now and he do it, boy.
No, because
A man is you a disclaimer, yeah?
Greg, we tried
Greg,
I don't want us getting sued. I cannot be paid for betting charges.
man,
let them try and get me here. Exactly.
Greg, Chelsea owner smoking Swede. You know it's Swede?
Anyway, I know what it is.
Swede, you know it's Swede, right?
Yes.
Right. That was Chelsea owner smoking.
By that,
you, Greg?
Yeah, okay, all right. So, yeah, let me get to what the point I'm trying to make here. A lot of people are still looking at Manchester United as, well off the mark. But I would tell people that at the end of the day, that you have to crawl before you can walk, you have to walk before you can run, you have to run before you can fly. You look at the situation here and you look at the teams that we have played so far. We played Liverpool home, we played Southampton away, we played Leicester away, we played Arsenal home, we played City away, we played Everton away. We've gotten 15 points from a possible 18. 6 points from a possible 9 between Liverpool, Arsenal, and City. Of course, the only loss within those games, Man City. This shows me that Erik ten Hag is slowly and gradually getting to grips with everything that's going on around him, and he's figuring out how he wants this team to play, and he's getting the results to go with it. I'm urging United fans, as much as we want to see instant gratification, because that's the way the world works these days, we still have to have some form of patience.
Facts.
Everything is not going to come our way all at once.
And
it took Fergie time. It takes many people when you're trying to build an establishment, when you're trying to build a foundation, when you're trying to build a dynasty, time to be able to have that in place. We're seeing signs that things are coming into play. Let us allow it to happen, and let us back the manager and back him properly. Don't look to switch sides at the first sign of adversity.
And also too, you have to understand that the instant gratitude has to be a culture that's continually there. So, for example, let's look at remember when everybody said they wanted the management that was happening at Liverpool, and because trophies was coming. And hindsight, when you think about it, Liverpool had that success. They had the team, but they weren't building off that long-term success. I remember, if you look at what Fergie did every season while he stayed in contention, he had a culture of success. We need to get that. You don't get that with overnight success. You get that with years and years of learning and growing.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to believe
very immediate.
Exactly. I would like to believe the reason Fergie got the success he got because of the years he had to fail, the years he had to almost make it. He had to do it. You can't just simply be the good for like 4 seasons, like winning trophies for 4 seasons and think we reach. Nah. Because look at Liverpool. People talk about Liverpool, big reign. But Liverpool's won the Premier League once. Champions League.
Klopp has been there 7 years.
Once. And in 7 years, we're going into. And I think that's the difference between having great runs and making a dynasty. We want a dynasty. We don't
you compare 4 good years to 2.5 decades.
Exactly, boy.
That pales in comparison. That pales in comparison.
Exactly. You do that with a system that has to be overhauled over time. And I think we have to understand that. You will get trophy seasons while you get, but you'll get slump seasons. But when you tend to get a form, when you tend to get that culture and that culture kicks in, nobody really could stop you, It's really up until something happens. And
so basically to end off, what I'm saying here is that we know where we are and we know where we want to be. Let us try our best to support the manager, support the players that are here, and show that we are standing in solidarity with everybody. There will be instances where people screw up and they have to be criticized, and rightfully so. But at no point should we ever look to fuel agendas. Should we ever look to have a reason to hate on a player because we don't like this, we don't like that? Once they are wearing this crest, we support them. End of story.
Support the thing, man.
So my parting words will start with this. There was a manager here by the name of Sir Alex Ferguson, and he summed it up with a very simple quote. If you can't support us when we lose, don't support us when we win.
All your mother's neck when we win, boy.
Hey,
he probably would have said it. He probably would have said it like that after a few bottles of wine.
I catch myself there. Yeah.
All your mother.
It was a very hard fought win today. I will usually say a win is a win. I just wish that I did not gain all the extra gray hairs from that match. But it's 3 points, much needed. Not everyone is going to be perfect. There's going to be ones that you fight out. There's, like in good teams, there's games that you will win that you did not deserve to win. There's games where you just gotta you just gotta grind through it. You gotta make sure you no matter what, you're always going towards a result. And when you get it, you make sure you do everything to make sure you hold it out. Today, United grinded out that win, especially that second half. So I will be pleased with that. Keep this momentum going. And we'll keep that red flag flying high because Man United will never die. Cheers, gentlemen.
We just drink and get high. Yeah.
Bar closed down.